like it's how much you able to tolerate at the end of the day. Remember we spoke about that before.
Mm-hmm.
When you get in a relationship, it depends on how much you're gonna be able to tolerate, bro. You get what I'm saying? Because them signs there, and if you ignore the signs, that it leads to some of the situations we get into. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
my advice for you, especially for you, when you do get into that situation, when you do get into that mode, or you want to be a father or a husband, you have to stay in that mentality and don't think outside of that, because your experiences ain't gonna make your future. You get what I'm saying? Because whatever happened right now is not destined to just keep repeating itself. It's on who you put in your life and how you go about it. And remember, what you say and what you put in the air is what can happen. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be careful with that. That tongue powerful. And whenever you bring it to your situation, just remember, this what I gotta watch out for, this what I'm gonna tolerate, this what I'm gonna stand on, and that's how we gonna move.
That's it.
And that's it. I ain't gonna let it be decisive. I ain't gonna let it break what I'm trying to accomplish at the end of the day. And I think that's how I got far in this situation I'm in now, because I didn't let outside influence dictate what I wanted to do. I made a decision to do what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And I let that person, you know, be a mold around me in a sense. And it's like, okay, boom, I'm gonna let you cover this end. I'm like, I ain't gonna let you cover this end because you don't know this. You know what I'm saying? It's why, yeah, you don't know this side, so I gotta be a little stronger, little put my foot down. But that's how that shit work though, bro. You'll never be able to predict who you gonna have kids with, who your baby mama gonna be, and for the women, who your baby father gonna be. Um, you just have to know what you want at the end of the day and what your goals is, and that's what you gotta work towards. Fuck all that.
Real.
What happened and what could have happened, but
What part did Islam play in your life?
um, I think the discipline. I think the discipline. I think first of all, before I took my shahada, I had a lot of Muslim what they call that influence.
Explain to people what a shot is.
I took my shahada is when you take an oath. It's an oath between you and God. Um, because it's a sacred oath. Because Muslim believe that what you say with your tongue is what you mean in your heart.
Mm.
So if if you're becoming Muslim and you say the Shahada, it's like you hold true to what you said. You know what I'm saying? You bind it by your words, and your affirmation is to God. So I don't care what you do, right? You could do whatever you want to do, but you made an affirmation between you and God at the end of the day. What the question was again?
What role did Islam play in your life?
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, the discipline. I learned a lot about Islam through experience because, like I said, I had um, the influence around me all the time. When I took my shahada, I was like, I think that was one of my biggest things was to become disciplined. You know what I'm saying? I think that's one of the things that uh, kept making me circle back to wanting to become Muslim or to adhere to Islam. And Islam too is I think it has a lot to do with your character too. You know what I'm saying? Uh, your faith is first and foremost. So your faith is first and foremost. But a lot of your character and your mannerisms, your cleanliness, who you are as a person, um, how you act, you know, a lot of those mentalities, like you say, the integrity, the morals, the principles, all of that is intact with Islam. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of drove me to become Muslim too. Just the discipline, and having to, you know, you had things that's obligatory. You know what I'm saying, that you have to do in the Deen, and you have to be a very strong individual to be able to to repeat something every single day. and have faith that this is what's gonna work, you know. And I say that a lot of people with religion. That's why I don't make religion or politics my thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like with religion, you have to find balance in your true path and what fits for you at the end of the day. I don't think no one can carve your walk in life. You know what I'm saying? Nobody could carve your walk in life until you find conviction within yourself, just like change. You know what I'm saying? Just like structure, shit you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna be able to do it like you. So if you look at Islam, it's a perfect example. You take your shahada, and you have witnesses, but you're your only witness, bro. For real, you're the person that has to abide by these rules. Nobody's gonna hold your hand. I watched the brother do it. Don't nobody hold his hand. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hold myself to a high standards watching him. You get what I'm saying? Because I watch how structured and how disciplined he is. So I have to hold myself to that. That's the examples that you need in life. You know what I'm saying? Period.
I just want to give both of y'all flowers, dog, for
you,
even joining like Islam, because I don't watch Four-Way change his whole life.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, from not knowing him and then going into the barbershop and then him getting to know me and the type of person I was. And then, so it was a situation that happened where I got sick. And it was something wrong with my kidney. And I don't know if I ever told you this, dog, but like, you was like the only person that actually was like checking up on me, dog. Like, for real, dog. Like,
love,
dead ass, dog. Like, and I thought about it the other day. I was like, damn, dog, because I had another situation that happened with my kidney.
Yeah.
And I was just, because I always say this: a man who can't reflect can't correct.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I go back a lot of the times, and I always think about the people that was there for me when I ain't have shit, or I was going through my lows, because I was fucked up that time, super fucked up. And from that time on, I just watched Four-Way and his morals and his principles, dog, and then him going into Islam and him just doing a whole 180 with his whole life, dog. Like, stop drinking, stop doing other things that he was doing, and he just became a better man, and that shit made me want to become a better man. You see what I'm saying, dog?
Those some of the same examples that I was, and not to cut you off, that's some of the same examples that I was seeing, bro. Some of the same qualities like that I saw, and even before I went to prison, that I was seeing the people. Like some of my brothers, like, you know, even wasn't walking too straight, but they still handle their business as far as when I say obligatory acts, that's everything that we're abided by in Islam that we have to do. And before knowing Islam and after knowing Islam, I'm like, these niggas strong.
Super.
You hear what I'm saying? Like,
super, dog.
Bro, I couldn't, how the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be hella strong, bro, to be able to, you know, deal with life in itself and the type of niggas we was on the streets and the type of niggas we had to deal with, and the sacrifices that we had to that we have to make as far as like being street nigga to like stop this and go do what you need to do. But yeah, go ahead, bro. My bad.
I think it's a certain conviction that you get to a certain point when you in the streets too.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Where you feel like you need to change your life, because it's like you start thinking this: how much longer can I keep doing this shit before I end up dead or in prison?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So to watch you, dog, like that shit took me to a whole nother level. Cause I'm like, if Four-Way could do this and change his whole life, dog, like what's stopping me from being even a more better man than I already was?
Yeah.
So dog, I just want to give you your flowers on that shit, dog.
Yeah.
Right, like straight up, dog, like for real, dog, because it's not too many people that's out here that talk the talk and walk the walk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They be talking, but they not walking.
Yeah.
And Four-Way was one of those people that I just seen. I was like, I fuck with this nigga, dog. Whatever he need, whatever he going through, I'm there for that nigga, dog. Straight up.
Yo, what's up? Hey, Four-Way, I always wanted to ask you, what made you start cutting hair?
Cutting hair? Bro.
Yeah, I gotta holler at bro. Look, I ain't got no tape, bro. Listen, I ain't got no tape. You know, I kind of keep my shit on the natural, but that nigga right there, man, tell him where you at, man. I don't know how we is. Tell him where
y'all tap in, man. Four-Way blends. I'm
better cut good, man. What you gotta do? Run it up, man. Y'all follow my dog on that page too, man. He gonna give you the white chalk hairline shit. My dog don't like that. I don't like it. I don't want that shit. I be telling that to don't put that shit on my head. Yeah, that shit. I know, boy. Age done got mine, but yeah, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. At a point in time, I was in a dark space in life, and like I ain't know what I wanted to do. Like a situation happened, it was like a life or death situation, but I came out on top. You feel me? Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
But I was in that situation. I was getting a cut by my barber, and he just kept telling me like, bruh, like you need to change your life, bruh. Just become a barber, go to school, get your barber license. And the more I kept getting haircuts, the more he kept telling me, you feel me? You know, you young at the time, so been telling you something.
Hold up. So you ain't know nothing about cutting hair before that?
Bro.
Okay.
Nothing.
That's what I wanted to make clear, cause that's the thing too, bro. That's another thing. It's like I got a lot of accolades too, right? That I accomplished a lot of things, and when I started doing them, it's like people be like, "Damn, how long you been doing?" Like, I just learned how to do it. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead though. But that's what I wanted to get to too. Cause that's why I asked you that question. Cause that wasn't even something you was passionate about at first.
Nah, bro, it just
or something you was practicing or nothing.
Cause it's like, bro, I done did so much in life, and I feel like you could do anything you put your mind to. You feel me? Whatever you feel like you want to do, you can do it. You feel me? All you gotta do is put the work in.
How long it took you to learn that shit though?
Sheesh, bro. Like really get the cutting how I really want to, bro. I ain't gonna lie, my barber years was hectic, bro. I wanna say like a year or two.
Bro, it's niggas that been cutting their whole life still to fuck my shit up, bro.
Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like these jits I'm in the barbershop with, like these jits that I've been cutting with, like I seen them boys start, like they picking it up way quicker. Way quicker. Like it took me a minute because I ain't had the opportunities they had. You feel me? They in a good shop. Like the shop I'm in a good shop.
I know.
So it's like back then, bro. Like I'm starting in shops where the owner not there. It's only one barber in there. So it's like how I'm supposed to learn. You feel me? And you got people walking in, bro. Like I ain't never see you before. What buddy at, man?
Yeah.
Like you touched my head.
Hey, I remember the first time, nigga, you about to touch mine. I said, oh shit. Cause then I seen the nigga he cut before, like I thought this nigga was security. No bullshit. Remember? I went in there with my girl, I think, the first time. No bullshit, bro. He got up to go cut him off. The fuck? Nigga cutting?
I remember my brother Reese used to cut your hair.
Yeah, Reese was in there too. And I was like, damn, this nigga know how to cut though. I was like, when I come back, I'm gonna fuck with him. Cause I'm chasing Reese around. I said, man, Reese, you can't catch up with that bitch. That bitch be everywhere.
What?
Man, that bitch, he the jack of all trades. He doing some of goddamn everything. But man, I fucked around and called bro. I was like, man, we locked in. But it's like, I always like to ask those type of questions too, man, because it's like some people get put in these positions, bro, and to do things that they don't want to do. You get what I'm saying? I got a real close friend, bro, went to school for years, bro, and still can't manage to find a spot. You get what I'm saying? And you got people that, pick up something in a year, pick up something in 2 years. But that goes to say, too, I had this conversation with somebody that they made me realize, and somebody else said it, too, that sometimes you chase something and you're not chasing it for yourself. You get what I'm saying?
That's the problem with a lot of people.
Yeah, and sometimes you run away from. I wrote a story like that. I wish I could have found it. I was looking for this story, bro. I wrote it on the computer one day. I was learning how to type because I learned how to type in prison. I was learning how to type, and I was on the computer one day, and I was writing a girl, bro. And I just started writing a fucking poem. But in the poem, I wish I could find it because this poem was so powerful, bro. I remembered it. So I wrote a story about a dude, and I wrote it right there because I just learned how to type. So I typed it real fast. I wrote a story about a dude who was climbing, right? he was climbing, and he was trying to reach a certain point, right? Which is whatever point that is in life, he was trying to reach it. Only to get to the top to stare back at everything that he left behind, right? That was at the bottom, which is everything that he needed. So he actually, he was climbing for something that he was trying to reach and trying to accomplish, but in all actuality, he had all his tools right here. He got to somewhere he wasn't even happy. We get into, I forgot how I put it, but he got somewhere, but all in all, the moral of the story was he ran away from where he really needed to be. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes a lot of people do that. They pick up things or try to chase a dream that's far-fetched, or a dream that they're not really convinced. They don't really have an out plan. Just like some people that go to school to be a teacher, right? You ain't gonna get paid if you go to school to be a teacher. But if you go to get administration and go be a teacher and then go and move up, you can still judge. But a lot of people don't understand those concepts. And that's what life is. You have to, everything's a formula. I wasn't the best drug dealer, but I made some good money because, for real, because of the formula.
For sure.
One of my teachers told me, man, you probably was the best at what you did. I was trying to, it's a funny ass thing. I don't want me to get long-winded, right? Go ahead. But I remember the lady told me one time, lady say, I couldn't pass I failed my GED, a subject, I failed it with social studies, I think it was. One of my strongest suit, I think it was reading and writing or something, my strongest suit. I passed all the shit that I didn't care about or didn't even really study for. It failed my strongest suit. I was distraught because I thought I was the best. Just when I was writing this book, I took my GED. And I was distraught, bro. I was like, how the fuck I failed this part of the test? And I was told her, man, fuck this. I ain't coming to class no more. I'm gone. I ain't trying to do this shit. So I skipped class for a little while. I ended up running into her, Miss something. I can't remember her name. But I ended up running into her. She brought me into the classroom. Me and her one-on-one. It's in jail. I'm in jail now. She was like, I forgot in what word she said. She said, you did everything right to end up where you are right now. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck you talking to? Like, how the fuck I did everything right? Because I know I did everything wrong in my brain, right? But I'm not going to make it long, but all in all, every action has a reaction, right? And every, whenever you do something, it has a consequence. So I understood it to mean that all the bad shit that could come with doing street shit, you accomplished it, right? Because this is what you wanted to do. But the same rules apply to what you want to do in life. You had a formula. You mastered this formula. A lot of people don't get told, a lot of kids don't get told within that formula coming. Like we preach it all the time, right? Within this formula of being a street nigga, a real nigga, it's going to come with jail. It's going to come with backstabbing. It's going to come with backdooring. It's going to come with death. It's going to come with everything that the streets come with. So you have to understand you mastering something that's destined for you if this what you want. You get what I'm saying? So this what you're going to get out of it. And just like in life, when you perfect your formula, you gain that understanding, you know what you need to do. You get what I'm saying? Just like you, bro. You went after what you needed to do. And it's not even a skill that you picked up. That you was honing into and wanted to do. It's something you just, fuck it, let me just pick this shit up and see if I can do it. Hey, you probably fucked it up, butcher nigga shit. I would have been hot. I would have caught you every day.
Shout out to the people that let me mess them up, man. Shout out to one of my uncles too, man. Yeah. Free haircuts for life.
I love that, man.
Yeah. At this point in your life, what do you feel like is the most valuable lesson you've learned? And I say at this point because hopefully it will change.
I think the most valuable lesson I learned is staying down, gaining a perspective on yourself and who you really are, and not let people I always say that your friends are who you allow them to be. So I feel like you.
What do you mean by that?
Your friends are who you allow them to be. Like a lot of niggas get backdoored. A lot of people lose friendships over shit that they should have seen. They saw coming too. You know what I'm saying? They saw coming. That's just in life. You know what I'm saying? You put a veil over your eyes for certain things to appease people sometimes. Some people do that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to give people pass just to appease them. I could give a lot of scenarios, but it's just allowing people to be who your influence too. I think the best thing that I learned in life with that is just staying true to myself, staying grounded, staying true to myself.
Amen.
Gaining an understanding of myself and not being afraid to communicate, like I said, not being afraid to talk, not being afraid to buckle down and do what I need to do for myself. I think that's most important. I tell you, I've been a breadwinner, man. Like, I mean, for majority of my career, or as long as I could say that I've managed to provide for myself. I've been a breadwinner, so I had to learn to let go too. To let go of those relationships that don't matter to me. Let go of some of those relationships that were detrimental to me. Not to hold hard feelings of those relationships that I lost to, or the people that I lost. I learned to let that shit go. To not hold dear to things that don't matter. To grow and learn from your mistakes. I think that's most important too.
I think that's like somewhere on the lines of where I'm at, dog. Like learning to be connected but not attached.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of the times we get attached to people, places, or things, and then when it leaves, it take half of us with it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like just learning to not take things personal either, dog, because you might miss the blessing or the lesson.
Exactly.
So most def, dog. Hell yeah. Another question I want to ask you is, what do you think? What was your greatest strength and greatest con, like in prison?
I think my greatest strength in prison was being able to adapt. Was being able to adapt. Because with prison, man, you lose patience quick too, man, because it's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? So you're in a fast-paced environment. 10 things could be going on at 10 different times in less than seconds. You get what I'm saying? This person could be getting stabbed over here. They trying to get a transaction going on over here, and nobody worried about what's going on over there. Police could be searching down this cell over here. These people trying to get the stuff out of the unit and be trying to transport. Like, it's so many different things going on, and I think I had to learn how to adapt, learn how to stare straight. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by stare straight is you have to learn how to mind your business in prison. I think that'll keep you alive. I think that makes people respect you too. When you know how to mind your business, and when you know how to prison is its own world. So everybody living under everybody living amongst each other. So it's a lot of talking. It's a lot of so you have to know how to stand your ground in the sense of not letting nobody come talk to you about somebody else. Like, I learned not to do that, not to let nobody come to me about nobody else shit. Just mind my business, stay, keep my eyes on what I need to do, find ways to keep myself busy and occupied. Like when I was writing the book, the homies respected it. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of shit going down. When I was getting my GED, the homies respected it. They knew I had to get my GED, so I had to study a lot of times. And it's a lot of prison politics, and they gave me my space. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about literally, like, gave me my space and told me, hey, don't go fuck with the homie, man. He's studying for his GED. I could hear it. You know what I'm saying? Through the walls. And what you said, the cons, like in what sense?
Like
for me?
Yeah, like as far as like, not even say if you could do that shit over again, because I wouldn't even want you to do that shit back over again. But what's a part where you feel like you fucked up on that you had to correct yourself immediately?
One situation happened was the respect. I saw you. Respect goes a long way in prison, man. It was this big blood dude, man, from I think he was from Cali. And I ended up seeing this documentary on it was a show on TV, Discovery. I ended up seeing he had his own documentary. He started this big blood set.
In prison?
Yeah. And I think I was in the line for the I was in a rush doing something. I was in the laundry line, and I skipped them or something. I don't think I realized I skipped them and jumped in front of them or did something. And I grabbed my shit because the dude who had my stuff for me was right there. So I kind of like grabbed them and they say, excuse me, and I felt them in the hand. Like when I turned around, I felt the hand and I squatted it down because that's my natural reaction. And he looked at me and, bro, this nigga had the most, I think the most intimidating look. He had one little hair right here, like a little ponytail with a dread on it. Bald head nigga, man. I'm talking about skinny, but like real, like. And when I looked at him, like, damn, in my head, I'm like, wow, fucked up. But I had to learn the respect. But when that happened, they got down on me fast. Like they went to, one of my homies got in the way. I was like, hey, yo, He's like, man, that's my homie. He just got here. I had just got to the prison. He was like, he just got here. He was learning to lay the land. Yeah, but, bro, this man wanted to kill me behind that shit. For real. So a couple weeks after that, I ended up running into him again because the compound big. It's 1,600 people. It's A, B, C, and D unit. I stayed in the doghouse, one of the worst units at that prison at the time. And I ran into him on the yard, and they done already talked to my big, like, it got big, but unbeknownst to me, I don't even know, this shit is bigger than me. I don't understand the respect level is that much crazy. Yeah. Like, it's crazy, bro. Damn. So now I'm learning how to respect people now.